to aim for. We want to have the A plus student. But I hope that answers your question, inshallah. Back to this side. Yes, go ahead, brothers. Go ahead.
Isn't there a hadith about staying at the qabr after the burial so that the dead body gets...
Very good question. And again, we'll come to this. The brother is saying, isn't there a hadith that we're supposed to wait at the qabr for a period of time? Yes, there is. Our Prophet ﷺ waited. What did he do when he waited? Did he give the luqma to the guy inside? Huh? No, he didn't. What did he do? Exactly. You can ask Allah for anything, anytime. But you cannot communicate with the dead at this point in time. You stand there and you raise your hands up and you pray and pray and pray to Allah directly. Oh Allah, give this person thabat. Yes, go ahead. But you do not stand and turn your face to the qabr and start speaking to the qabr and start cheating on the exam. No. So the dua is done, yes, at the qabr. And you wait there in the realization that Munkar and Nakir are coming at that point in time. That in our world, within 5-10 minutes, Munkar and Nakir are coming. So the Prophet ﷺ would stand for a long time and he would raise his hands in the qabr, meaning in the qabr, in the graveyard. And he's raised his hands, face the qibla. You are allowed to turn and face the qibla and raise your hands up and make sincere dua. And by the way, this is a oft-neglected sunnah. Brothers and sisters, this is etiquette, especially when your loved one dies, when your family member dies. It's your haqq they have over you, that you make dua for them at this stage. Don't just walk away and go back to your worldly chores. Somebody's just passed away. They need you. They need your dua. That's what they need. So you turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and make dua, inshallah. Sisters, yes, go ahead in the back, go ahead. If I understood your question correctly, is that a prerequisite or does that happen? So our sister is saying that, Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna, does it mean that the soul was in itmi'nan in this dunya, so therefore they will be called Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna? Or is this something that is given to them at the time of their death? This is a question I would say there's an element of both over here. Meaning, the souls that are at that level will automatically feel the sakina of the heart in this world. They will already feel the sweetness of worshipping Allah. They will already have the itmi'nan of the qalb even before death happens. So, but the question of course is that, can you give this title to yourself? Obviously not. You cannot say, oh, I am nafsul mutma'inna. But the righteous person will feel the itmi'nan in this world. And one can quote Ibn Teymiyye over here, a very famous quote of Ibn Teymiyye, that in this world there is a Jannah. Whoever enters this world's Jannah will enter the next world's Jannah. And if they don't enter the Jannah of this world, they will most likely not enter the Jannah of the next world. And he said that Jannah, it is the worship of Allah. In other words, when you worship Allah, you get a sense of peace and itmi'nan. That itmi'nan, inshallah, it will translate to the angels and they will say, Ya ayyatuha nafsul mutma'inna. But in the end of the day, you cannot guarantee, even if you feel itmi'nan, that you will be amongst them. And Allah knows best. Final question from the brothers. We're having the brother in the back. Go ahead, bismillah. Yes. So our brother says that, will all the believers get to Jannah? The response, eventually. The response is, those who had actual iman in their hearts will eventually enter Jannah. 2 points. Number one, who can guarantee they have iman and be safe, say, I'm not a hypocrite, I'm not a munafiq? When Umar ibn al-Khattab was worried, am I a munafiq or not? Am I doing things to show off? Is my everything to please other people? So do not automatically presume that a person has iman or we have iman. We pray for iman, seek refuge in Allah from nifaq. Number two, this notion of, oh, if we have iman, even if we're punished, we'll enter Jannah. That's not an indication of strong iman. In fact, another group is criticized in the Quran for the exact same thing. That they said in Surah Al-Baqarah that even if we go to Jahannam, we are the chosen people. It's going to be for a while, and then we're going to get to Jannah. This attitude, a'udhu billah, in and of itself, it is a type of arrogance that is an almost rejection of Allah and the punishment of Allah. Like if we understood what that punishment is, none of us would be, it's just a bit of time, we're going to go there. This attitude in and of itself, a'udhu billah, it's a potential that there's kibr in the heart. And Allah responds to this group of people. And this is the response we give to ourselves if anybody says the same thing. قُلْ أَتَّخَذْتُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ عَهْدًا فَلَنْ يُخْلِفَ اللَّهُ عَهْدًا. Do you have a promise from Allah that you're going to enter Jannah? If you do, Allah will fulfill that promise. Do you have a promise from Allah that you will enter Jannah? This group says, وَقَالُوا لَن تَمَسَّ النَّارُ إِلَّا أَيَّامًا مَعْدُودَاتٍ. Then we're going to all go to Jannah. So that attitude disqualified them from entering Jannah. The righteous of the believers, even if they're sinners, they will always be scared of Jahannam and desiring Jannah. Iman is based on the two pillars of fear and hope combined, along with love, which is the central pillar. Fear and hope. The mu'min wants Jannah and is scared of Jahannam. Right? أولئك الذين يدعون يبتغون إلى رب الوسيلة أيهم أقرب ويرجون رحمته ويخافون عذابه. The believers are hopeful they're going to get Allah's reward, and they're scared of Allah's punishment. That's the righteous person. The Prophet visited the man on the grave and he said, describe to me your state. The man said, Ya Rasulullah, I am hopeful Allah will forgive me, but I'm also scared of my sins and Allah's punishment. So the Prophet said, never do these two emotions combine at the time of death, except that Allah gives him his hope and protects him from his fear. Did the man say, don't worry, 2 days in Jahannam, then I'll go to Jannah? No. That is not the attitude to have. Ya Rasulullah, I'm hopeful, I have some good deeds, I hope Allah accepts, but I'm scared, I have sins as well, what if Allah punishes? That combination is how we live our life, of hope and fear together. And inshallah, when we do this, then we hope for the best and ask Allah's refuge from the worst. And with that, inshallah, we will continue next Wednesday. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال أخبر الأيام أنها في وصال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال